Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting, amazing Propagandacaster. I'm your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda here off Site Defender of the land. Quickly pushing out this little episode right before the hotfix hits because I just want to at least have some time to find another good replay without having to rush it out. And usually Reddit just throws out the hotfixes without warning me, so well, at least I was able to catch this one before the update hit. So I'm casting this one, so hopefully it turns out good. I didn't actually have time to check it out so much, but it, got VonIvan, it's got TarnationZ, two good players, so let's have at it. In the west, it's VonIvan with the German army, Deutschland, rolling out here with the 272nd Infantry, shown here with Osttruppen Doctrine Mercenaries. We got TarnationZ fighting for king and country, the Commonwealth, with the 11th Armored Division. He's got special weapons, tactical support, mobile assault with triple infantry for him. VonIvan with Osttruppen, machine gun, Panzerfaust, and apologies for the sound in the background. That's Basil acting like a complete idiot of a cat. For some reason, when he gets very late, turns utterly hyperactive. So yeah, my apologies about that and if any more noises he might make. We got double Osttruppen 84 to out here for VonIvan striking here as TarnationZ acting for a slightly more disruptive start. Rushing for the house here with the infantry section, engaging VonIvan's forces out in the open. Cheeky, well, not so much in the open there still. Pushing southwards there, University out there to put more pressure on VonIvan. Cat rushing off. Pioneers getting closer to deal with the section inside the house. Continuing southwards there, University moving out there for TarnationZ. Third Osttruppen squad out here for VonIvan. And the Fatherland, MD42 moving a bit closer. A bit riskier this since he's now drawn into the line of fire of the section more easily. Could theoretically get focused down though. May not. University rushing through there, another section on the way there. TarnationZ's going to have to get that section out soon. It's going to be dead. And then TarnationZ's going to be sad. The south section moving up here. University there buying time for the retreating section. Looks here for the machine gun. It's going to try and draw out that one with its little Bren gun, tearing those dirty, filthy Huns apart. Osttruppen they're getting the munitions point section, rushing all the way back home, just one man alive. Third section out here in the south, we got the section that being caught laying down their sandbags, opening up the Osttruppen with quick rush into cover here. Section trying to find cover, there is none. They can seek cover behind. University going down to back up here against the Osttruppen. Noting, of course, VonIvan right now does not have an infantry company up, so the Osttruppen do not have access to Panzerfaust. Meaning VonIvan's in a bit of a sore spot against the Universal Carrier. Back at base, he is going for rapid tech-ups, and if he'd like to make a nice company, he will be able to, get at some Panzerfaust that way. Note for those crews, what does the patch fix? A quick highlight is Jaeger Light Infantry gets nerfed, Assault Engineers gets nerfed. Valentine Command, or tanks become Valentine Command. Tanks, you can only get one of them, so that essentially gets nerfed. I think it's mostly a few nerfs. There's some buffs here and there as well. Some things become a bit cheaper, could be called in faster. So, it's not all nerfs. But it's mostly nerfs, mostly. To some of the overperforming units there. University finding out the Pioneers. Fourth section over here for TarnationZ. For now, they'd like to make a nice company still net to happen. Bunker up there. Pioneers getting blasted in the centre section, moving up in the north. You got TarnationZ with a fresh push for king and country for the Commonwealth. Fourth section away there, almost done for TarnationZ. No tech up yet, but a very infantry build. But obviously he's going to go for bolted sections, grenades, weapon racks. There's only a few combinations there for TarnationZ to commit to. Osttruppen there keeping the Tommies at bay there with their reasonably well aimed rifles. Heading the southern point here, but there's a section away, and that's going to be likely to retreat there for VonIvan and his brave boys. Back here, they'd like to make a nice company. Is finally going to go up there for VonIvan. We'll likely be seeing a 2-2 and a flamethrower to help deal with some of the different things that TarnationZ got on the field at the moment. Long-term, Panzer Grenadiers will generally, at least according to me, be advisable since your Osttruppen aren't exactly good assault troops, so you kind of want the Panzer Grenadiers to pick up that particular piece of slack. University doing what they can, adding the Vickers K. Osttruppen taking casualties, they're being mowed down. Section moving up north. Another push here, this time with more numbers to basically overwhelm VonIvan's Osttruppen, committing a larger chunk of his forces here, of course, leaving the rest of the front on a bit more weakened. But of course, the trade-off is, theoretically, he pushes from the north with some speed. Here we've got Osttruppen being pushed back. VonIvan's only taking some losses. The University they've got Panzerfausted, probably a bit surprised of TarnationZ. Good lord, they've got Panzerfaust all of this sudden. What's this all about, Terrence? Oh, shut up, Hammond. Anyways, half-tech on the way, that's going to be the flame for half-tech. No 2-2 immediately here. Interesting choice, though it is worth noting that TarnationZ has yet to take out, in fact, bolstering sections first, so all the way light vehicles going to be pretty effective here for VonIvan. since Tarnation is going to have no immediate counters to it. Machine gun with Pioneer support their moving to grab the northern point there. A small, hastily assembled mini camp will be there by VonIvan. And we got the half-track out there immediately being upgraded to the Flammpanzerwagen, delaying medics to arrive there for the Osttruppen. Don't worry, Heinz, the Osttruppen, they can take it. They can? Yeah, totally. Totally, they're used to it. In fact, they used to get worse. Worse? Yeah. And there's Flammpanzerwagen going in there. No. Yet to be upgraded Flammpanzerwagen going in until then it's just a Schützenpanzerwagen. Section flanking in, that's going to be a bit of nasty flanking on the MB-42. Flammpanzerwagen is about to hit, in which case Tarnation's going to regret putting his men into that very flammable building. And there we go, enveloped in hot righteous fire. Osttruppen charging against the section, not exactly what the Osttruppen getting a good at, even with the raw numbers. This could actually be an engagement that goes in the favour of Tarnations. This is kind of where I want Pentagon to use, and why a lot of people just go for flame for half tracks, except flame for half track at a certain point just become really big fat targets. Osttruppen do seem to be winning this one here, thanks to the raw numbers being used there by VonIvan. Section holding a bit back here, back at base. We finally got take up there for Tarnations, and we got the AC being prepared here for King Country in the south. Osttruppen moving up. Flammpanzer wanting to deal with the Tommies with the Insel-Affen. There you go, routed. Bunker finally upgraded there to medic bunker, and Tarnation's getting his AC Mark III out as well. University getting veterans 1 here, as VonIvan is putting more pressure on the centre, but is also exerting Teutonic influence in the south and the north. Flammpanzerwagen hanging back there. The flame for half is usually a battalion level sort of asset, usually a small unit there being attached here and wherever they were needed to clear up particular obstacles. Little fun fact there. AC almost done there for Tarnations. And we got a Pack 40 in the way there. VonIvan obviously seeing through Tarnations like he was made out of something very transparent, like glass. There we go, like glass. And, you know, sees right through him. And, you know, predicts easily what Tarnation's going to do here, going for the Pack 40 to counter it. I mean, obviously, in most cases, that's exactly what a British player is going to do for us. I mean, it's obviously, you know, not like VonIvan has to be, you know, Rommel or anything to figure that one out. AC moving about there, Osttruppen being routed. Flammpanzerwagen there, good to go. Troops enemy enforcing. More pressure here from Tarnation in the north. We got the AC, we got the America there milling about, trying to find something to shoot vigorously and furiously. Back here, troops enemy enforcing. Pack 40 moving out there. Sandbagging up here. Tarnations does not miss a beat. We got mines down here for VonIvan, then decides not to. He's got better things to do, or possibly just figures he's too exposed. Flammpanzer on the gate, we've got the AC on the beat there, and that's like, oh, misses, but he's still going to lose that flame for half tack. Maybe not, maybe not. There's a small chance we got telemats of the game being attempted here, but that's going to be spotted there still. Could serve as a deterrent there for Tarnations. Flammpanzerwagen survives another shot. Pack 40 shoots. Oh, smoked in there. And he slips past it. Oh, snap. He slips past it. He needs to quickly turn around there. Pack shoots, misses. Oh, a deadly duel of wits. And the AC dodges it again. Whew. This is some tense stuff. And there we go. Oh, Tarnation going through the Pack 40. He's going to take it out. Oh, Panzerfaust maybe. We can get the AC at least. Even losing the flamethrower, so it should be worth it there. Oh, no, the Pack 40 wasn't turned enough. And there we go. Flamethrower took down, but the AC is down as well. Good golly, Miss Molly. Stuff's on fire. MG42, they could consider sending up here around to help deal with the troops in the cover and maybe, catch that wasp or University on the way. And we got VonIvan there going for the Panzergrenadier. Wunderbar. Nothing further happening then for now space except for those Panzergrenadiers. Osttruppen moving ahead again there. Tarnation's got nothing further going on there, I believe. Though we do get mobile assault. Tarnation preparing for the great big push to finish the war before Christmas. Just like he said he would before the last Christmas. For some reason, Tarnation always tries to finish things, never succeeds at it. Not sure why. Sam's there getting flamethrowers, but they caught right in front of the MG42. It's well, caustic how they're gunning them down to the road. There we got the MD4 or Vickers K there suppressing the Osttruppen. Very nice work there by TarnationZ. A swift response, quickly halting VonIvan's Osttruppen onslaught. And there we go. Pack 40 punches a big fat hole in the Universal Carrier, lighting it up like a firecracker with Englishmen in it. MD42, they're getting blasted by the section. Need to be careful, they're getting outmaneuvered. Need to retreat, in fact. Oh, he doesn't retreat. That could be a good wipe here for TarnationZ. Of course, the Osttruppen can quickly recruit, but they're themselves exposed. And there go Osttruppen push back from the car point. They do manage to cut off TarnationZ resources. Still, the MD42 up down the section. The barrels and the wooden cart proving to offer scant security and cover versus the might of the MD42. Panzer was then moving northward to deal with the section there by the northern fuel point as TarnationZ strikes back against VonIvan and his finickers. Samples under fire here from the Osttruppen. Grab the northern fuel point back here. Nothing further going on there for TarnationZ as yet. VonIvan's base is preparing for the next tier for the support corps, chanting the right chants and preparing the ritual sauerkraut. Commandos appearing here for TarnationZ to add some assault infantry to show he can also do that stuff that Panzergrenadiers do, which is shoot a lot of bullets while moving. Alright, now we can see that TarnationZ managed to get most of the map. The loss of the flamethrower tech has conceded a lot of control there to TarnationZ, since he lacks some way to slow down, his infantry. But we got the support corps. There will probably be a fast Panzer IV or an Ostwind, I guess, if VonIvan's feeling either crazy or desperate enough. But as you can see, the sort of type of fighting that's now sort of happening is where the Osttruppen does not particularly excel. Because again, this is where the Panzergrenadiers will be very crucial for VonIvan, and probably some flamethrowers as well. Noting no mines was up here for TarnationZ. He may not have seen the Telemine, he's just forgotten about it, decided it doesn't matter. At which point we can only hope he learns to regret it. Also, they're getting blasted. MD42 moving up. Pack 40 opening up the section, or the pack section opening up the Pack 40 there. And my apologies, is a bit late for me, so a few more slip-ups there than usual. Not denying it, don't slip up. But section opening up the MD42, we got the Osttruppen. Well, that's actually an Osttruppen. There's Pioneers and Panzers flanking up behind TarnationZ forces. Going there for an aggressive flank to try and outmaneuver him. Nice work there by VonIvan, though he's still in a pretty sticky pickle. Commandos, section on watch here. The Panzers moving forward, but they're going to be very heavily targeted down. He's going to need. There we go. Bomb grenade on the section. They get a light gun bomb off and catches them on retreat, almost taking out the entire unit. Nice throw there by TarnationZ. VonIvan now has the option to either keep attacking into here, which is going to be quite painful. You can just try and sneak about and hit elsewhere, that way forcing TarnationZ to have to react to that maneuver. But seems like VonIvan is very much stuck in full Sturm mode, and is just going to try and push through with the full fury and viciousness of the fatherland. Panzers thereby need to be fully reinforced, otherwise they're going to get quickly wasted, which would be, at this stage for VonIvan, really terrible. But I imagine we're going to be seeing here Panzer IV. That would certainly be the best bet here for VonIvan at the moment. In the south, sabotaging with the Osttruppen, quickly taking minor casualties. Panzer going to be there, realising they forgot most of them. Heinz, Helmut, Jürgen, cover me! Oh, scheiße, they're not here yet. The other guy's dead, and why am I even talking? But MD4 trying to flank the section by the car point. Takeover there happening for TarnationZ, but VonIvan will, though, be able to push out a tank faster due to the slight edge he managed to get there, plus the fact that flamethrower tech fuel-wise is a bit cheaper than the AC, though, so VonIvan should have a chance to turn the game around with the might of the Panzerkampfwagen 4, and who knows, again, maybe the Telemine gives TarnationZ there a bit of a toothache. Back here, troops still reinforcing, preparing for the next assault here. Osttruppen and Panzergrenadiers readying themselves to assault TarnationZ secondary line, slightly further away from the car point, but close to the fuel point. Osttruppen, they're rushing ahead. I believe in this case he's basically using them to draw far away from the Panzergrenadiers, and by Jove's viscous nose, it's paying off. But there we go, we got advanced cover combat, making much harder here for VonIvan to break through the sheer volume of fire that TarnationZ unleashing against him. VonIvan, though, is getting incredibly, supremely close to the Panzer IV, but TarnationZ is giving it all here for King and Country, for King George. Six moving up here, Pioneers, they're trying to grab the centre victory point. We got a fat lead here for TarnationZ over VonIvan at the moment, an absolutely almost obese lead. MD42, they're hanging back. Pioneers, they're getting slowly shot to bits. Panzer IV's on the way there for VonIvan. His best bet at turning the Tide his own personal Wunderwaffe. 40 heading for the cuff one there. We got the MD4 moving up section. Commanders moving in, blasting away there at VonIvan's forces by the cuff point as he desperately tries to regain control of something. Panzer IV on the way there. Commanders being suppressed there by the MD4-2, but the Osttruppen MD4-2 is getting flanked here by the section. That is not good there for VonIvan or for the 272nd Infantry Division. But there you go. Panzer support is almost there, ready to blaze in and save the day. One hopes. Barton is beginning to bring up his own. Armour support is bringing up the Cromwell. Commander suppressed, getting blasted by the Osttruppen, doing their best there to shoot them to bits. You can do this. You can do this. Keep shooting at them, Mikhail. Keep shooting. There you go. Panzer IV arriving. Need to have that pin-up machine. Osttruppen there being taken out. But VonIvan strikes back. Section there being routed. Second section could also be routed here as well. Needs to be careful not to get shooting around his own telemine. I mean, if he were to set that off and then immobilize his own Panzer IV, that would be very embarrassing.
The ability is ready now.
Panzer IV moving about. Pin machine being added here to the Panzer IV. Crom about to hit here. VonIvan is doing his best to drive the nation all the way back to his base. He needs to be careful, of course, not to violently overextend against Panzer stuck, but VonIvan has got to, at least try and bet somewhat on it. And there you go, Cromwell arrives. Almost got the sappers, but not quite. Need to get that Panzer IV out of there. If VonIvan were to lose his Panzer IV now, that could very well be what we call GG. Oh, sappers there trying to hide around the corner. They're almost in front of the Panzer IV. Shot bounced. Oh, shot bounced again. Need to get some support here for the Panzer IV. There we go, penetrating hit. Penetrating hit as well. Panzer IV's got a slightly more health edge than the Crom. There you go, penetrating hit, penetrating hit. I mean, at this range, it's going to be very difficult for them not to penetrate, or not impossible. And there you go, the Panzer IV pulled through. Very close one here for VonIvan. Bad news for TarnationZ, but he's still got such a magnificent lead. Unless TarnationZ just surrenders, or I don't know, does something incredibly dumb, he still has a really good chance of getting back into this game. I mean, VonIvan is still very much hanging on by a threadbare amount of victory points. So unless TarnationZ right now greatest decision is to pull out a bottle of vodka and then down it, I mean, he should still have a reasonably good chance at winning this. And if he were to do that, then I would say TarnationZ got bigger problems anyways than losing this match. Sab's on the pursuit here with the Panzer IV. Aggressively going for it. We got the Panzers moving in. They're sweeping away those Tommies. There's Verdammte Inselhafen. Section there being routed. Almost got the sappers. Back here, reinforcement healing going on there for TarnationZ. Can soon go for another tank. Back here, healing reinforcement going for VonIvan. He's going to be sometime off for another tank, whereas TarnationZ almost ready with the next tank. So, I mean, VonIvan's bought himself a bit of respite, but he is not out of the storm yet. 6-pounder going away there for TarnationZ. Got mines going down here to try and prevent that happening again, and any other sneaky movements there for VonIvan. Who's going for more Panzer Grenadiers? 2 thumbs up. Definitely what he needs more of against all of these Tommies. Again, the Osttruppen standing there are not going to cut it. He goes for the light machine here for some tech there. They're still not quite going to be able to fully cut it. The light machine, of course, will certainly offset some of those issues, but Panzer Grenadiers are a really good idea for VonIvan, so yeah, good going there. In particular, these are close to veteran 2, so they'll be really good versus all these sections. In particular, since TarnationZ has, besides bolstering them, not really added a lot of weaponry to them. I mean, there's weapon racks up now, but there's no grenades, and certainly not a single Bren gun in sight, meaning the Panzer Grenadiers, if well utilised, are going to have a neat edge there versus TarnationZ. There we go. VonIvan's got a bit more control of the battlefield. Panzer IV heading northwards. We've got the section there on the move, but soon that movement will be towards the base as the Panzer IV gets ready to punch in their face with its treads. Well, less punch, just crushed them. Osttruppen in the centre, they're absolutely annihilated by the commanders. VonIvan there was not ready for that development. TarnationZ was. And seemingly like last time, just as about to pursue his enemy into the base and get some good killing in there, the enemy tank arrives. That's some A lot of interesting timings there. And there we go again. Needs to blitz. This time at least he can blitz. But obviously if he takes the same path. Oh, he's going to take the same path. VonIvan. But the Panzer's doing it. It's doing it. There's still the mines though. Will he try and take the same path? Sab's almost taking out. No, he does not. He does not. Need to keep begging out of there. There you go. Piet's firing. One hits the Panzer IV. Punch goes to the ram here to support the Panzer IV against TarnationZ Cromwell. Commanders are trying to flank. We got the Panzer IV pulling ahead here, closing in on Veteran 2 already. That definitely a bad one there for TarnationZ Cromwell. The Panzer IV then have a definite edge in terms of armour. Grab the centre point here. Osttruppen up to sort of secure that. Pack 40 moving ahead. VonIvan is on the offensive. He is looking to get that Iron Cross. MU-42 guy in the northern point. He could consider another MU-42. He could also consider another Panzer IV. He could go for the mighty Sturmgeschütz. TarnationZ here conducting emergency measures to try and draw VonIvan into the engagement. Cannot win. Digging in here by the fuel point, ready to absorb VonIvan's boisterous assault. But VonIvan there is bringing up more armoured reserves to prepare for the glorious assault that will surely shatter TarnationZ. Like TarnationZ shattered what you're supposed to be able to drink in a few minutes, I guess. If he is drinking, that is. I don't know. But he could. He totally is. No, he isn't. Anyways. Cromwell sitting out there. Sapper's section about to break for the push. We've got a 6-pound gun also on the ready. Pack 4 ready to provide backup for the Panzerkampfwagen 4. You also got Panzerix up there. Note where they're hidden, ready to ambush any armour that pushes ahead here. VonIvan that cheeky, sneaky devil. And he's about to then back into the mine. But there you go. Veteran 2 game. Cromwell taking an absolute pounding from all the anti-tank fire. Pushing it with the Panzer IV. He's blitzing. Oh! Panzer IV's about to go down, but he doesn't get the Cromwell. He's about to pack into the mine. Oh, Pack 40's down. Second Panzer IV almost ready, and there you go. Taking advantage of the attack for the south here. TarnationZ offensive. There you go. He hits the mine. The Veteran 2 Panzer IV is down. VonIvan's aggressive eagerness proved to be his undoing as TarnationZ delivers an absolutely splendid backhand blow to VonIvan, causing him to surely spin around in his own chair. Panzer IV moving out there with a pin-em-up machine gun sectioned out in the open, getting blasted. Panzer IV moving in. Pack 40 now in service of King George. Also need to get out of there, but he even lost a Panzer Grenadier squad. That is terrible. This is terrible for him. He also upgraded his most veteran Panzer Grenadiers with a Panzer VI rather than a new one. That is a double no good for VonIvan. I mean, he just lost a valuable anti-infantry unit to that. Not good. As the Germans would say, Scheiße. Up north here we've got the M42 going straight into the section there. Not a good spot to be caught in there for VonIvan. Not a good spot. Panzerjäger's on the move here. TarnationZ now in a very dominant leading position again here versus VonIvan and the 272nd Infantry Division. Needs to, well, replace all of his losses as fast as possible. Somehow also delivering several harsh beatings here to TarnationZ. More pioneers on the way there for VonIvan. Up north, Cromwell there pursuing the Panzer IV, already half health. Situation is constantly deteriorating here for VonIvan. Incredibly fast. And the Panzer IV is down 2 tanks down in a short amount of time here for VonIvan. What glimmer of hope there was on the horizon seems to have been utterly obscured now here by the Union Jack. And what looks like to be a bottle of gin being held in TarnationZ grubby hands. Panzerjägers moving ahead here. They're going to struggle up north on their own against all these Tommies. Grab the southern fuel point though. VonIvan relies on aggression to try and push the momentum back against TarnationZ to look for whatever small piece of gold he can find in this sea of British mud. Though it seems like he might be digging a bit too fast into quicksand if he's not careful. 50 points left for VonIvan though. 50 points left. He is hanging at the very precipice. MD42 covering up here. VonIvan desperately needs more armour, and he desperately needs some sort of tactical edge here against TarnationZ. Smoking off here from the Cromwell. Nice work there by TarnationZ. MG42 there. Oh, risk being flanked. It's certainly risky, but VonIvan's got to keep up with that risk. No guts, no glory. Ooh, losing his 8 pioneers would be quite grim here for VonIvan, but then again, all the other losses have been incredibly grim. He can only get grim dark at this stage. Panzerfaust off here on the Cromwell. Telemine there could maybe still provide some sort of glimmer of hope there for VonIvan as well. But there we go. He's got another Panzer on the way. Sappers moving. He needs to get the MG4 out there before he gets annihilated by the Sappers. Defense remains here. There we go. Getting flanked by the commanders in the section. Need to retreat that MG4 too schnell. Troops are healing, reinforcing. Panzerjägers moving in to try and deal with that Cromwell to finish it off. Machine gun wiped out. Though at the front, but maybe recruit covered here. There we go, secures it with the Osttruppen. Panzerjägers moving in there. Cromwell almost taking out the bloody church with the Sappers in it. There we go, Panzerjägers opening up, but Ludwig goes down. Only 2 left. Can he take out the Cromwell? Oh no, he's going to have to retreat there. Ooh, this is intense stuff. Panzerform was done there for VonIvan. Back here, troops healing, reinforcing. Panzerform was done there. Section up in the Pioneers. Osttruppen moving ahead. Section taking minor losses here as the Osttruppen are defending the centre victory point valiantly, but he's down to 40 victory points. TarnationZ 439. Panzer IV is being sent ahead, Pillmap machine being added. He needs more infantry, he needs more Panzer Grenadiers. Section there being caught, Panzer IV shoots, spectacularly misses, hitting a tree instead. Pioneers versus section, about to get rushed by the commandos. Another Cromwell weather for TarnationZ, just pulling that arm advantage. Panzer IV trying to destroy the Cromwells. There we go. Crushes almost the entire squad. That is definitely doing some good there. For VonIvan it is. For TarnationZ, obviously not. Osttruppen up, there you go. Pack 4 ready to block the Panzer IV's advantage to fall back now. Another push being prepared. Here we got infantry moving in, machine guns as well, providing a bit of covering arcs of fire. Cromwell moving in. Oh dear, moving across negative cover here. Panzerjäger's being quickly focused down by the section there. TarnationZ prioritising the right targets for sure. Osttruppen rushing in there, getting blasted, machine gun setting up. Panzerjäger moving for the Cromwell. Shots fired, one hits and penetrates. Osttruppen about to get annihilated here though by TarnationZ. Casualties that VonIvan cannot afford. I think he needs to consider another line of attack here to try and break through elsewhere, because this is quickly turning into a quagmire. That could very well prove to be the end of VonIvan if he does not immediately pull off something either brilliant, another line of attack. Cromwell though hits a telemine, it's an easy target now for the Panzerjägers. This could be it for VonIvan. He can take out at least one tank that should at least slightly ease the burden. Tank being rushed, there you go, Panzerjägers sticking ahead there. Cromwell's going to go down. Gonna go down, isn't it? Yes! Cromwell is down. Another Panzer hit on the other Cromwell. Entertaining there, getting overwhelmed. Panzer IV moving in there. VonIvan is on the breakthrough. Panzer IV moving in there, gets off a nice hit, and the Cromwell still low on health. Need to be careful. There's still the anti-tankers about, which could quickly end it. But VonIvan does not care. He sees only the chance for some sort of victory, or at least postponing being executed. Panzer IV there, half health, needs to get out of there, needs to blitz, and VonIvan blitzes like he's never blitzed before. Crom there going for it though, he's risking it. Oh, maybe he's trying to bait VonIvan to take a bit around longer there, and then maybe take out the Panzer IV, but VonIvan does not take the bait. Pack 40 moving northwards here, still, he's at 25 victory points. VonIvan is desperately holding on for dear life. We got supplies being dropped in here for fuel, munitions, and I imagine most likely as well also anti-tank guns and another machine gun to help contain TarnationZ boisterous and drunken assault. And maybe a bit of deodorant to get a bit of TarnationZ stink of gin. Anyways, Panzer IV then 9 kills, veterans 1, troops are healing and enforcing. Need to get those Osttruppen manning all those guns as soon as possible, as they're going to be the most cost efficient way for them to get some stuff going there, though not fully cost efficient I guess, but fast-ish. There we go, machine recruit. VonIvan is on the job there. Got an MD-34 ready to help contain the Tommy assault. There you go. House down and section dead. That's a small victory there for VonIvan. A bit of a tactic there by TarnationZ, but it's one which he can afford at the moment. Obviously, it's not an attitude he can't afford. Just like his gin habit. Anyways, Cromwell moving ahead here. Panther needs to be careful. Machine gun there is about to go down. That's definitely not good there for him either. Bomb grenade on the sappers. Almost takes them out. Machine gun down though. Machine gun down. Machine gun moving ahead. They need to get the pack forward to the front line as well there. It's not moving. Trying to keep the Tommies off the machine gun. 6-pounder gun shoots. Oh, there's a pack 40. Both are shooting anyways. Smoking on the MD-42. Nice response there by TarnationZ to preventing the machine gun. For them preventing him from getting the machine gun. So complicated. Osttruppen did not grab the pack 40 there. Oh, snap. Machine gun remains in position. Southern point them and guided by the other machine gun. And Sabs there naps VonIvan's machine gun. Well, his other machine gun. And we got grenades up there. Mills bombs here to make VonIvan's life miserable. We got 43 kills on that one. Obviously, all Osttruppens, they don't quite count. Machine gun there being routed alongside the section. Panzer IV moving in, gaining veteran 2. Great stuff for the VonIvan. Also close to another Panzer IV. Osttruppen there taking damage here. Gonna Panzer fast that Cromwell. VonIvan is still desperately short in infantry. Desperately. Back here, healing enforcement. No sign of specialization there for TarnationZ. Panzer moving fixed up. Another Panzer on the way there for VonIvan. Smoke screen down here. To help repair the tank. Obviously, his crew repairs, but still he's going for the Panzer Strikes. And should be able to actually outdamage the Cromwell that can repair here, leaving TarnationZ possibly feeling a bit silly for repairing so close to the bloody front line. Panzer moving in as well. There you go. Almost got it. A few more rockets, and that Cromwell is going to be a no more well. Okay, a few more rockets. Going to creep up the Panzer IV. There's Sabs need to support the Panzer IV's covering up there. There we go. Cromwell down. And that now leaves VonIvan once more with the armoured edge over TarnationZ. In particular, once the other Panzer IV rise. Will VonIvan be able to keep it this time around? It's going to go down about as fast as, I know, something very quickly sinking. Like the Titanic, I guess. Sappers, anti-tank guns all moving ahead here. Need to reposition, need to gain back control in the north as well. The resource there would be quite crucial for VonIvan. And of course, getting more victory points to bleed out TarnationZ would also be very good. Holding up the south there. Commanders moving ahead, close to veteran 3. Panzer IV though is in the way for TarnationZ. Further advance there. Panzer IV hammering away. Judiciously and viciously at the same time, no matter the contradiction possibly held within. VonIvan's extending his front line zone there. His Panzer IV slowly approaching the ace level, but he is in need of pioneers to do work with that. We got Osttruppen on the way there as well, not bad. More mines will also be good for VonIvan. He can't find the time for it, obviously. S-mines and telemines. Worth noting that so far TarnationZ is not going for mines, because they're laying down mines of his own, of course. Very good.
Enemy causing trouble.
Very good. Still 25 points versus 351. Got the Sabotaging Norfolk's got the point here, got the point there. Back here, Panzer IV still in dire repairs. I mean, really, this should be priority for VonIvan. That is getting that light Panzer IV back in the fight versus TarnationZ. Back here, we got hammer tactics. VonIvan is going to turn up the TarnationZ going to turn up the volume. I mean, VonIvan's obviously already there, you know, just trying to drown out TarnationZ, but TarnationZ is responding here with comets and gammon bombs. So things are heating up even more so.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Panzer IV good to go. Push ahead here with sappers and tank guns. Lots of troops in the way. Also, they probably need to evacuate the church before that thing falls apart. Up in the north, you got the Austrian versus the advancing sappers. On this stage, VonIvan could consider maybe sneaking in a tier 4 there just for the light machine guns for the Osttruppen, you know, to help defense on the area a bit better. Maybe. Obviously not a requirement, but it could be. I need to consider, oh, it's just more infantry otherwise, more panzer gun it is. Peg 40 coming in the centre, Panzer 4 almost good to go, at which point I think VonIvan needs to consider another push, that of course a bit of measured one. Bunkers to cover the northern point, very good idea. He might also want a long term consider on in the south as well. Still very nice work there for VonIvan. Bunkers at this stage would certainly prove to be a really crucial and good idea, so good work there. Had completely forgotten about that personally. Troops are being suppressed here in the south, slow advance here, not pushing right ahead. Panzer willing to deal with that though. TarnationZ not far off from another, oh well, the first Comet there. He could also consider to back it all up with the land matches later on. Head on push here by TarnationZ, but with that smoke screen to dust bog down here in the face of VonIvan's fanatical defenders. Troops being suppressed here, being pushed back, but there you go, the MD-42 covering out against a push there for VonIvan, need to retreat soon. Certainly a bit of a standoff here, a bit of a standstill, but VonIvan's got the situation stabilised, teams of victory points, and is slowly bleeding out TarnationZ. Parnasing southwards. Back here, troops are reinforcing. Parnasing need to retreat, and there you go, being assaulted by the sappers up here. Panzer 4 moving out, halfway to Veteran 3, and we do have tier 4, possibly for, you know, the heavy Panzer Corps as well, but I could imagine it's very at least for the Osttruppen getting a light machine gun. They still probably would benefit from another Panzer gun escort just to back up the tanks better, but there you go, Comet is on the way for TarnationZ, we'll have to see how he handles that one. Interesting enough, he's not upgrading a lot of sections with Bren guns. There's only one that's been upgraded there. But also just consider more commanders. We're upgrading them with Bren guns since they can fire them on the move. Which of course has its advantages. Also from there being gunned down with the now ace commanders. Section opening up and we got the machine here as well. VonIvan's armor is remaining very passive, very static. I mean, one option for now is consider would be a mortar bombard the area here, maybe lay on the smokes and then push through. I mean, a good smoke screen here, for example, could make it very difficult for TarnationZ to coordinate a defense, which would mean tanks could just break through, fill out with infantry and overwhelm the position and clear out the support weapons, at which point everything TarnationZ got would fall, you know, apart like a house of cards. For Captain Space's career. Anyways, machine gun bunker carrying the northern point here, troops healing and frozen. Common on the move there for TarnationZ. Adding a tank command on top. Panther getting hit by the 6-pounder gun. We got a smoke screen off here from the commanders of the retreat. Not really of much use to TarnationZ, really. No light machine guns for the Osttruppen. Certainly further back. But there you go. We got a flank here with the Panzer gun. These straight into a mine though. Half of it gone. Common there. Mostly bouncing the shots. We got artillery called in here to try and further disrupt TarnationZ defense. Will it work out though? Will it work out? Oh, scheiße! Kinda, not much actually. I mean, it's going to make it harder for TarnationZ to coordinate anyways, but VonIvan can't easily push runners. Oh, section wiping the retreat by the heavy artillery there. Bad news there for TarnationZ. He's beginning to suffer a bit more here up north. Machine gun bunker stymies any progress with well light machine gun fire. Comet takes an almost straight hit here from the railway artillery as well. Not good to run here for TarnationZ forces. His coordination is starting to fumble a bit here, to crumble like a cookie dipped for too long in the tea. Biscuit. Heavy Panzer Corps is going up for VonIvan. Is this an actual comeback here for VonIvan? He's going to turn this around. Is he going to destroy TarnationZ? Watch and find out, I guess. So dug in here. Machine guns carrying the point. Infantry as well. Armor ready to do something here. VonIvan, I think, is using the Osttruppen to base this guard ahead. He wants to make sure the anti-tank guns are in a position where they could, say, immediately blast his tanks apart, so maybe can move up to support the front line here. Again, this is also a mortar could be used for VonIvan. Tanks have been really passive. I mean, he's really terrified of the anti-tank guns plus, you know, mines and PS. They could really, you know, wreck an armor push at any point. So obviously does want to throw away, but at the same time he's just not using them at all. They're not getting much use either. So there you go, slightly creeping ahead here, but 6-pounder guns finally moved up to help, you know, deal with such a potential move. Another section there for TarnationZ. Comet good to go again. heading it northwards. Very good. Instead of trying to attack into where there's most an area, mostly just focused on, he's going to try and reach out. Very good. It could also hit the southern point, which is strange enough something he's not doing much with. Might be the Tarnation is suffering from a bit of sound illusion. Up north, the Comedy striking at the bunker. Very good move. We'll have to see how VonIvan reacts to that development. VonIvan, by the way, is not far off from a Panther here versus Tarnations. Not far at all. And the bunker is down. I repeat, the bunker is down. Machine gun there getting blasted with a section. We go light gun bomb off. Oh, smoke grenade actually. Very nice. Rarely see British players actually use the smoke grenade on the commandos. Even after it got fixed into an actual smoke grenade rather than this whip thing, it just created light cover and thus essentially was really confusing to use. But there you go. More smoke, but this time routed by the Panther anyways. Troops in reinforcing. One Osttruppen squad equipped with light machine guns. He's very close to the Panther here. I mean, he could go for the Sturmpanzer, but mine seems to tell me he's going to go for the Panther to deal with the Comet and then leave the Panzer IV to deal with infantry, and they can do that reasonably well. Up north, the Comet's covering here, going in the northern victory point. Southern one is still very much open there. 204 versus 25. And there you go, Panzer camp fighting food for VonIvan. And the 272nd Infantry is shown. We got a Centaur on the way for Tarnations, and interesting choice here. Clearly focused on the infantry, but possibly not considering the opportunity there for VonIvan just to go more armour. And would certainly not be quite adequate for dealing with the Panther. VonIvan rushing ahead here with Pioneers, Panzerjägers, Osttruppen, and the Panzer Comet there, striking most of it off, but ultimately has to fall back. In the centre, a bit more of a tug of war. In the south, is just very quiet. Panther's almost done there for VonIvan. So that's the Centaur, 4 Tarnations. 25 is on the 28. He's just relying just sort of more on brute force tactics than anything. It almost feels like Tarnations starting to get a bit exhausted, whereas VonIvan has still the blood pumping, the urge to victory. Centaur moving up. We got Cromwell there being swiftly repaired. With the Centaur being rushed southwards there to open up the front end, of course, rush him away from the point. Oh, what? There you go, he's rushing the Centaur southwards. Good, good. Surprised it took him so long to set anything down there again. Of course, though, VonIvan's got his Panther ready. He's going to flank here with it, backing up the Panzerjägers. Very nice. There's a mine very close to by here. 6-point gun shoots. Oh, mine goes off. Thanks to the Comet there, damaging the engine of the Panther. Can Tarnation finish off there, but he's just not bothered. Fighting around the centre, we've got Panzerjägers taking losses section there. Could pop a grenade on the Osttruppen, who managed to secure the Panzerschreck. Centaur rushing them south point, grabs, clears out the machine. We could actually seize that now and leave VonIvan in a bad spot here. That could still be a chance of Tarnation to beat out VonIvan if he's fast enough to realise what's going on himself. There you go, Commando Sabres rushing in there, very good. This could leave VonIvan in a very bad spot there. If Tarnation can dig in around this, since he could end up struggling a bit to, handle this sudden development. But there you go, Panzer IV moving in, Sabres moving in, Commandos moving in. He's probably going to get the Comet in there as well to deal with the Panzer IV, as when I was using the Panzer IV, essentially there's a machine gun bunker until you can bring up forces to contain. But can he bring them in fast enough? Comet, though, is on the move here. Shoots bouncers. That was pretty unlucky there. 154 versus the 225. Is the 25, not 225. That'd be insane. Awesome, they're going to pan past the Comet. We've got command flanking on the Osttruppen now. Could see them wiped out. If VonIvan's not careful. Still, he's getting the southern victory point as well. The bleed's going to be back in VonIvan, and he's going to grab the empty fortress. Will they turn that against VonIvan as well? Sabres could go down here to the Panzer IV retreat. But no, he's too focused on the point itself and the troops defending it. And allowing the Sabres to get away. There we go. Comet shoots, bounces again in the centre, trying to push it with packs and panzers and Panzerjägers. But we got sandbags and machine guns here, 4 Tarnations. He could pop inside the armor pits when I was just to increase the damage that VonIvan suffers as he attacks. In the south, Osttruppen moving in. But we got the machine gun, we got the commanders, we got the Comet. Centaur coming in to flank the Panther, right? Getting some penetrating hits there. Grenade off there, and the commanders get the Osttruppen with the machine gun support here. Panzer IV in trouble. 18 points left here for VonIvan. Panther up north down as well. The lack of a mortar, I think, is really hurting VonIvan. Again, could easily, I think, more easily dealt with this. He's calling instead the railway artillery support in the hopes of breaking up VonIvan or TarnationZ strong point. But he's down at 14 points. He's rushing the point here, no matter the cost. And he succeeds. He does cause TarnationZ there to collapse. He's still got the Panther up north, but with the damaged engine, he hasn't anything to repair it with nearby. Admittedly, TarnationZ doesn't have a lot there either, but he can in theory self-repair. Commando section flanking up here, going to try and clear that victory point. Land matches arrived here to further help TarnationZ batter VonIvan senseless. 13 versus 152. Commanders, they're making it, getting the machine gun. Oh no, he accidentally used the Panzer gun and he is the Panzerjägers recruit. He's just lost the Panzerschrecks and the veterans. Oh god. This is horrible. It's amazing for TarnationZ though, but it's horrible for VonIvan. Up north there, machine gun bunker with Panthers proving to be an obstacle there for the sappers, but still, VonIvan is in a really bad spot. He's going for an Ostment here, which I feel like is an act of utter desperation here for VonIvan against TarnationZ. Comet good to go. Land match is firing away there, unleashing hell upon VonIvan. Almost getting the machine gun there. Ostwind almost done. Section being blasted here. Panthers almost good to go for VonIvan, but it may just be too late here if he's not careful. No grenade here, though it'd be a pretty good spot to pop a grenade here. Commander moving in. Ostwind being blasted, pack being routed. Panther moving in. Damaged engine. Centaur moving up here. Double anti-tank is opening up the Comet. Panther alongside the Comet. We've got the Pack 40 backing up the Panther. We've got the Centaur moving. Going to clear out that Pack 40 pretty fast here. Panther about to go down there. Got the Panthers down. VonIvan's down. Yes, the Ostwind. His units are getting utterly annihilated. Cut to ribbons. Slaughtered. I think this could be GG. An absolutely spectacular fight right here on Kholodny Ferma with brutal casualties on both sides and excellent vicious plays there. VonIvan, I think, really made some good pushes, but at the time pushed a bit too far. And I feel like the lack of a mortar fight, smoke screens, and some Pentagoners to attack with really hurt VonIvan in the long run. But still, even then, he made some absolutely amazing pushes that I did not see coming. And also, really well played for VonIvan, and of course, well played for TarnationZ. It was a really tense fight here. So I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell your friends, tell your family. So thank you all for joining in. You're all a wonderful audience. Hope to see you tomorrow again for another Sunday episode. Bye.